Okay, so one of my biggest problems as an incoming freshman at South was definitely what to bring or what not to bring to school. I didn't know what I should or should leave at home or take with me. I wasn't sure because lists on the internet were telling me different things. But from what I've learned so far, this is definitely good information. Okay, so what you should leave at home, you don't need an ironing board. You're never gonna iron your clothes. Trust me. If you go to class, you're gonna wear whatever you want to be comfortable in, and you're not gonna take the time to get up and iron it. At least me or my friends haven't, so don't bring that. Leave it at home. You don't need fancy silverware or big fancy dishes for your dorm room. Bring like paper plates, paper or plastic forks, plastic spoons, because you're just gonna throw it away. If you bring dishes you have to wash, they're just gonna pile up in your sink and you're never gonna wash them, so don't even bother. Just bring stuff you can throw away. It's not even worth it. You also don't need a giant TV because I know, at least for me, my roommate and I never watch a big TV. If we watch TV, it's Netflix on our computers or our phones, so you don't need to spend all that money on a big TV just to bring it in, sit it in your room, have it take up space, and never watch it at all. Trust me, you can just save that money for food money. Trust me, you're gonna want that. Okay, and for stuff you definitely want to bring, I know at South the weather changes all the time, and people told me this, but I didn't really listen. But it is so important to always have an umbrella or a poncho on you. Trust me from experience, you're gonna want this because one time I was caught in my math building and it started pouring rain. I didn't have anything on me, and I had to walk all the way to the bus stop in the pouring rain, and I got so wet and miserable. So I know poncho sounds really lame, but if you have like your computer in your backpack, you don't want your backpack to get soaking wet, put a poncho on. You're gonna look stupid, but it'll save your important, expensive items. And you also definitely want to bring a mattress topper because the mattresses are basically bricks. You want to make it comfortable to sleep in every night. Bring a mattress topper. They are a lifesaver. You will sleep like a baby with one. So you might want to spend a little bit more money on that than you think you're gonna wanna because they are your best friend, I promise you. And you're also gonna want to bring Walmart bags if you go to Walmart or like Piggly Wiggly a lot. You don't like throw those bags away. You want to save them because you're gonna want them for your trash bags when you take your trash out, which is trash is gonna pile up kind of in the dorms. So make sure you have a lot of those. You're gonna want to have a lot of those, and also make sure you pack comfortable shoes. I know you want to pack all your cute shoes. You want to look cute for class, but some days you just want to put on your tennis shoes and watch class and be comfortable. So bring those for sure. And last but not least, bring curtains. If your dorm has a window, bring curtains because when that sun comes in early in the morning and you're asleep and you're still in bed, you're gonna want something to block that sun out so you can go back to sleep before you have to get up for class. So definitely bring those. And yeah, I mean, kind of just follow what you really think you need or don't need after that point. So good luck.
I would say one of the most important things about college is making your schedule. It's important to meet with your advisor ahead of time and get it done as soon as possible. That way you can go ahead and start planning for your next semester. It's important to have like a game plan. So in South Scheduler, you can make different schedules and have them bookmarked. And I would say to make like around 3 of them. That way you can figure out which one's going to work best for you. And it's important to work with like whether you want to go home every weekend, so you could do like figure out a schedule to where you either have morning classes or like no classes at all on Fridays, or to have like, if you don't like having night classes, and make sure you can get them in the middle of the day or in early morning and get them all over with. And I think one of the best ideas is to take morning classes. That way you have all afternoon to do whatever you want with your time. It's important to have time between classes to get from one building to another. For example, I had a bowling class off campus this semester, and I had to basically run back to my parking lot from the humanities building every single Monday so I could get to bowling on time, or I was going to be late. And it's important to work it out so where you don't have to be like me and run to your classes. And I feel like it's important also to know what kind of classes you want to take and how much of a workload you can handle, because you don't want to have so much work that you're stressing out every single day. But you also don't want to have so much free time that you literally could be taking another 2 credit hours. So, good luck.
Something I know that a lot of people have trouble with freshman year of college is learning how to change your study habits to be more effective in college. Some tips I can give you are to print out the PowerPoint notes ahead of time if the professor gives it to you, and make sure you can do like 3 slides a page or 4 slides. Just make sure you have enough room to write your own notes. And the night before class, read the book, watch the video, do whatever you can, and write notes down that you found important from the book or from the video, and just write them next to the slide that it relates to. And then the next day when the professor is talking, write notes down that you think are important that he says next to the slide that he's talking about. So later on when you study, you have notes from the book, from the professor, and from the PowerPoint all in one spot, and you don't have to flip through different pages to find the different notes that you've written or you've heard, and it just makes it a lot easier and you're not so scatterbrained. Another thing you can do is make a Word document and make up your own questions and answer them, but don't just have yes or no, or don't just answer them just a simple answer, but give a reason why it's that answer. Explain more in depth without using your book, without using any notes or anything you have. Try to use it. Try to find a reason why without using anything, and then later on go back and find more reasons why in your book and in videos or in any notes that you have, and highlight those in yellow. And so when you go back and study again, you have those notes in yellow and you know what you need to study more on. I would definitely recommend studying at least 2 weeks prior before a test, because tests in college seem to build up, and you have 1 week nothing, and the next week you have like 4 papers due and 2 tests and a biology lab write-up, and it's just crazy, and you don't have time to do everything the night before, and you've got all these other things, and you've got friends. So I would definitely say work ahead and try not to procrastinate too much. Good luck.